is a precious gift from God, and we need to grab it and be grateful. Yes, of course, I usually say that gratitude is what makes the little plenty. Welcome, it's a brand new day, and this is Good Morning Abuja on NT5 English Station. We are up and grateful, we are thankful, and we are positive about this day, this week. We trust that it will come through, it will be beautiful, it will be successful. And this is Good Morning Abuja. Yes, the right way to start your day. Of course, my name is Iloma Ibe. Welcoming you on board. I would like to tell you to fasten your seatbelt because it's going to be a great time on the show. Okay, let's begin with our motivational talk. When we come back, exercise and so much more. Please keep it here.
Today I'll be sharing on the power of positive thinking. And in very simple terms, it means the ability to see the good in every situation. We live in a world where so many things are happening at the same time. And like we know, you can't control what happens to you most of the time, but what you can control is your response to what happens to you. And so you wake up in the morning, different things have come at you, bombarding you left, front, right, and center. Some positive, some negative, some pleasant, some unpleasant. But what you can do is to choose to step back and tell yourself what is good about this situation. And one key to help you do this is the power of gratitude. If you wake up and you look for three things you are thankful for in every day, it impacts on your thinking. So while one person would choose to see all the wrong things and begin to think negatively, you would always see the brighter side to things. And scientists have even discovered that people who practice positive thinking, it also impacts on their health conditions. They have less stress levels, they're not prone to depression because they always find a way to be excited about something. So, can I give you a task today? Take a piece of paper and write three things you're grateful for today. Another secret I'm going to give you is look or be the one to look for compliments in people and situations. So look for someone, you meet someone that morning, I like your smile, I like your dress. There's no way, like I said, there's no way you can pour water on someone and not have the drops trickle down on you. When you give, you receive. Most people are waiting to receive compliments, to receive from other people. But when you learn to give first, you never lack those things.
Thank you so much for that motivational talk. Please, I hope you grabbed one or two from that motivational talk and you're just going to implement it. Implement it. The month of June is coming to an end. Implement it. Stop procrastinating. Okay, it will be time for us to exercise. Of course, we know keeping fit is something we love on this show. So let's go and keep fit together. So Welcome back from that exercise. And I mean, see, exercises these days are like vibing. They're so interesting. They're no longer boring. Nobody's asking you to do 10 sit up, 200 press up. Just with the infusion of the music, it makes it so easy. So, welcome back from that exercise. And it is time for us to take our first break on the show. When we come back, we'll meet our guests and have a sweet conversation.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
Have been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
There is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
I'm my day with Erinse, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olamposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Hey, you're welcome to another wonderful episode of the number one program for women by the women daily life.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
For the women, we are, let us talk from our own part of the world. You are a woman, there is so much expectation.
So it's on that very lovely and light note, I want to thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your number one station, Channel 5 of Abuja. Today is Tuesday, the time is 7:30.
This morning, we want to have conversation concerning starting your entrepreneurial journey. If you are an intending entrepreneur, grab a seat. In fact, sit and cross your legs because an expert is here to teach us, I'm including myself, of course, to teach us what we need to know concerning starting our entrepreneurial journeys. He's an expert, he's detailed, he's grounded, he's got the experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged again to have engineer Abayomi Onusoya this morning to talk to us concerning starting our entrepreneurial journey. I'm curious. I want to know. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you.
Welcome.
Pleasure. Thank
you. Okay, so let's just get into this conversation. How starting our entrepreneurial journey? I'm using our now. What are the steps? What are the first basic things we need to do or know?
Wow. Thank you for having me. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Nigeria. Entrepreneurship is a very fantastic journey, and I would say, as a Nigerian myself, Nigerians are natural entrepreneurs. Whether we like it, I like to accept that fact or not. And we always have that vibe. when it comes to being Nigerian. And as a result, we need to leverage on that natural gift that we have to turn it into an opportunity in order to build our country. Because there's no way the government can employ everyone, and that leaves more than almost 180 million people out there that has to be economically active to do something to generate an income for us and of course pay taxes and the rest. So it's important for us to now start identifying which areas am I good at? What are the things I can do in order to generate an income for myself? And like we said even before we started the this particular program, we said the day you get employed is the day you start preparing for retirement. So whether you're a government worker, you're a civilian, you're in the private sector, you need to start planning on what you have to do, what you're going to be doing as an entrepreneur. And of course, entrepreneurship breaks down to several areas. You could be a micro scale business, you could decide to be a medium scale business, and of course, you can decide to be a multinational business. Why not? But the fundamental foundation is identifying what opportunities are there. Which opportunities am I going to start with? In Nigeria, the very obvious one that everybody can obviously see is the food sector because I tell people no matter the economic situation, people must eat.
People actually borrow money to eat.
Exactly. So whether there's war or not, even in places like Iran and the rest of the world, people still eat. So food becomes the number one choice for most people. And I see a lot of Nigerian entrepreneurs out there trying to do business in the food sector, but of course they have to do it the right way. And and I can always say that not every idea is a good business, and not every business is a good idea. Which basically means you need to be careful in the ways of in identifying which food or which food sector you want to put your money or your energy into. There are some obvious ones. For example, the let's say the resources that we have. Let's say cashew is one of them. Cashew processing, because I'm saying this not because there's a huge market for it local, there's also an international market for it, a massive market out there. So basically you can start from your house, and then before you know, in the next 1 or 2 years you start exporting to the rest of the world. And then you can start looking at all the fruits that we produce in Nigeria, the ones that are going to waste, from mango to oranges to strawberries, name it. And then you can also say, you know what, I want to add value to the food systems that already exist. For example, I was talking to someone, and the guy was telling me that, hey, I'm processing beans into beans powder.
Oh, nice.
Exactly. For the modern woman, nobody has time to soak beans for 2-3 hours, and then you
Start
peel
washing
it,
it.
start washing, start peeling. Then you have to think about blending. If you don't have electricity, you have to go and blend in the mama puts place. So
the market.
exactly. So for me, that's a fantastic business to do. So our society is littered with opportunity. So you have to identify which areas can you tap into. And the very first step is, after identifying that particular sector, and I'll say try to identify 2-3 options. Don't just stick to one, because eventually when you start going to the next step, you discover that these two may not be so good because of your situation, and then you switch to the other one. So after choosing two or three sectors, or 2 or 3 products, then you start asking your question: do I have the finance to start it? Do I have the money to start it? And then you have to ask yourself, if it's the raw materials close to me, or I have to go and bring it from another state, you have to think of a hand. So you start looking at all logistics, and then the third and most important step is, are people ready to buy? You see, I mean, do people have the resource to buy what I'm selling? Because if you overprice your commodity, people will not buy. So you have to start, putting all these puzzles together. And then once this puzzle starts to make sense, then you now start the actualization process. And I've created a strategy that I use for people that I teach. I said, number one is, you have to do proof of concept. Is this concept good or not? Develop that product or service.
How do you do that? Who does that for you?
For
A lawyer?
you have to do it yourself.
It's a proof of concept.
Let's say, for example, I want to do powdered beans now, like that person, right? So I'll first say, okay, let me go buy 1 or 2 mudu of beans from the market. Let me peel it, let me soak it. Once you're doing that, you discover that peeling is not easy. Exactly. Like,
peeling is not beans.
It's not beans.
Just like the beans.
It's not just the beans itself, right? And then you will now say, oh God, what if I'm peeling 2 bags, 3 bags,
How
10
would I
bags?
do it?
How would I do it? Then you say, I need machine. And then, okay, what kind of machine do I get? Okay, maybe the machine is too expensive. Can I go and meet the welder next to my house? Can he make something for me? So then you go through that ideation phase. You start balancing, trying, and say, okay, finally you get it right. Oh yes, now I found an optimal way of peeling the beans. Then you now make samples, 1 or 2 kg samples ready. And then you now tell your friends and family, please test my pro. Is it actually good or bad? So people say, oh God, no, that beans doesn't make sense. This beans looks like GMO, oh, this and that. So you start getting feedback. So all those information you are getting from all those sources will now give you an idea of how to shape that product. Remember, you've not started commercial
You've
production
not
yet.
started.
So
It's like testing the
testing the
waters.
waters, thank you. And many people don't do this. This is the mistake. I see a lot of people say, I heard my neighbor say, kuli kuli business is very good. Then you go and borrow money from the bank and you pour your money into it and then
All
you
the
do.
monies.
And then you discover that, oh, you actually don't have the energy to do it. You understand? Well, oh, this market is saturated. Oh, there's a lot of obstacles. Then you basically lose that money. So I'm advising our listeners out there, test the product, test the waters, like you said, test it. If it makes sense, you have the resources, the capacity, the energy, and it's actually good, a good product that people actually like, then you have a product. So after you've done that, now you know you have a viable. Then the second step is, would people be willing to buy it? Would your price make sense? Because if you started peeling the beans, then you discover you need to hire two people to help you peel 2 bags of beans per day or 3 bags a day. You have to pay them 4,000 to 5,000 every day. You start doing the math, and then the cost of your per kilogram of your beans is maybe worth maybe 15,000, and you do a market survey and see what are your competitors doing. How many competitors do you have in the same market that you're targeting? Then if you discover that, oh, your price is actually better than the rest, people actually like your product, and they say, oh, then you've scaled that second step. Then you know there's a customer base, people willing to buy. Then you move to the third stage of actual commercial production. So don't just jump into an idea you heard on radio or on TV, or you heard somebody say, oh, people now are buying spices. Let me start doing spices. And then you do and discover that people actually are selling adulterated spices and their prices are cheaper than yours.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So these are some of the things we need to do.
Interesting. Thank you so much for that detailed explanation and like laying the foundation. So now, an entrepreneur, does the person need to follow their passion? Say you like makeup, you like braiding hair, you like fashion, you are a fashionista. Do you think the person should tilt towards that direction?
Well, unfortunately, sometimes our passions are not necessarily profitable. Unfortunately. For example, I may like to dance. You understand? Yes, I dance beautifully well. But the question is, are people willing to pay me for it in Nigeria or in Abuja? Or maybe that dance that I like to dance, it's only lucrative in the US. So passion is good. And if you're lucky, I would say 1 or 2% of entrepreneurs across the world actually work in their passion and actually make money doing it. You see, so if you like cosmetics and whatever, like you said, again, test the waters first. Start with your friends or your the people around you. Come, let me do makeup for you. Oh, let me do this braiding for you. And people love it. They say, oh, your braiding is unique and it's nice. Oh, I will pay you. And you discover people start calling you your mobile phone. Please, are you free tomorrow? Then you discover that, oh, there's something here. But don't go full into it yet. Keep testing the waters. When you see that it's viable enough for you to leave whatever you're doing currently, then go into it headlong. So, but unfortunately, our passions don't necessarily mean it's a good business. Like I said, not every good idea is a business, and not every business is a good idea. You understand? So passion not necessarily, it helps. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes even in Nigeria today, a lot of people study one thing and they're doing another thing. You understand? I'm an engineer by profession. Trained electrical engineer. I worked in the industry for several years in different countries. Then I say, you know what? I love agriculture. So, and that's what I'm doing now. So it's totally different sector. So passion is there, but if your passion doesn't pay you enough to be able to pay your bills. But this is the trick though. After you've discovered a business that actually pays you, then you go and follow your passion. Because now you have a steady source of income where money is coming in, pays your bills, takes care of your family. Then you know what? Let me start dancing. You understand? And then before you're balancing both. I think that's the formula I think people should use.
Let's talk about starting as a newbie in the entrepreneurial industry. Do you think it is wise to get a loan to start, or is it from your savings? Is your savings enough? What's the best way?
Wow, I love that question. The truth is, people don't want to hear this. It is a bad idea to start business with a loan.
It's a bad idea?
It's horrible. It's a horrible idea, in fact. Because one thing is constant. You have to pay the loan back. But you making profit is not guaranteed. That means you're making a concrete commitment to something that is not sure. You borrowed 10 million to start a business. Who says that business will be profitable?
Oh, we heard a lot of persons that say, I started with a loan. I got a loan from the bank.
Well, but they won't tell you the struggles that they've gone through or the several businesses that they've done and failed. But don't get me wrong yet. The point is, when you've started your business and you need a loan to scale up is a different thing.
To scale up.
To scale
Not
up.
starting.
Not starting. Because if you're starting something new, a lot of things can go wrong. A lot of things can go wrong. From your workers to electricity to theft to insurance and whatever. So you don't want to put yourself in that position, that risk, that blood pressure. You don't need it. So I would say start within your scale. And then, like I said, start small, grow quick, and grow big. You understand? If it's 50,000 you can get, start something with 50K. And who says you cannot switch businesses? And the secret most entrepreneurs, successful billionaires don't tell you is this. They didn't become successful on their first business attempt. Most of them have tried 10, 20, 30 businesses that have actually failed. It's the 31st or 32nd business that actually became successful.
Really?
Oh, yes. There is no way they will tell you, oh, I started the very first business and it became successful and I became billionaire. It's
so
not
would
possible.
people look at you like an unserious business person?
No. Making mistake is, in fact, one of the stars on your shoulder as an entrepreneur. If you've never had a failed businesses before, believe me, you will not learn some vital lessons. But of course, you can minimize those mistakes by studying others and by having mentorship. This is where mentorship and education comes into play. You can learn from other people's mistakes to say, you know what, why did this? Let's say I want to do for beans flour business now, and I think I can do it. I can do it. Then I'll ask myself, who has become successful in the industry doing the same business? Then I study their lives. Then I see that when they started from a one-bedroom apartment. They lost a lot of money. The employees were stealing the beans. The rat was eating the beans. Then they put in certain strategies. So that basically puts you ahead of the curve. You won't make those foundational mistakes, and then you make other mistakes. There will be businesses you must make mistakes. You have to. Especially in a country like ours, because anything can happen. So don't borrow money to start a business. Get the little you can save. Start on that scale. Start with 1 mudu, 2 mudu. Start supplying the lady in front of your house. That lady there selling the shop in the shop there. Start getting money in, and then when you see that the demand is increasing, okay, fine. Then you can now go to the bank and or your friends, and then tell them. And the point is, must you get a loan? You can always partner with people. Show them the numbers, and that's another thing I will tell. If we have time, we'll be able to talk about your numbers, bookkeeping, because that really helps you scale your business, because people want to see if you're serious or not. So there's a whole lot of things that you need to do, but do not borrow money to start a business.
Do not borrow money to start. So what do you think, or what mistake do you think first-time entrepreneurs do in their first 6 to 1 year?
The mistake, in fact, let me also shock you, that most businesses across the world, not just Nigeria, don't survive beyond their second birthday.
Ooh.
Oh, yes, they do a lot. In fact, more than 70% of businesses don't survive.
Why?
Exactly, because they didn't do their homework, like I said, trying to understand if this business makes sense, so testing the waters, okay? And the mistake they make is, number one, they try to hire family members or friends. He's my friend, he's my nephew, he's my niece. They come in, they become insolent, they don't care, and then you are afraid to fire them. And because you become a family story that you don't want. So I would say, if you're starting a serious business, I know people might come for me. Don't hire family members. Don't even try it. Try to avoid that. And then also have good bookkeeping stuff. People mix business money with their personal money. You're getting money in. Somebody calls, we need 10,000 to go and buy petrol. You bring 10,000 from that account and you buy petrol. No, you don't do that. Separate your personal expenses from business expenses. Keep records so people can invest in you if they see that your business is viable and you can scale up.
All right, we want to call for a quick break now. When we come back, we'll ask more questions. Please stay with us.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B. Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century,
15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos.
This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
So welcome back from that break. It's still Good Morning Abuja on NT Channel 5 Unity Station. An interesting conversation starting your entrepreneurial journey. This is free consultation on air. I mean, with an expert right here. So let's talk about bookkeeping, record keeping. How does that help an entrepreneur to scale up their business?
Bookkeeping is the very heart of anything you're doing, whether you are selling kuli or any business you're doing, because bookkeeping allows you to understand your financial position, whether you are making money or you are losing money. A lot of people, in fact, a huge number of entrepreneurs in Nigeria especially, don't even know bookkeeping. The idea is, okay, money is entering my hand, money is entering my
The
hand.
bookkeeping is sounding like what we did in secondary school. Is it different?
Oh, it will shock you. It's similar.
It's similar.
And in fact, you don't need expensive accountants and whatever to. It's as simple as what came in, what goes out.
Okay.
And how much are you paying your suppliers? How much are your bills expensive? And you had everything and subtract your expenses and your income, and you determine your profit after you pay your taxes. So bookkeeping can be something as simple as just getting a book and writing your inward and your outward remittances. You see, but why I say this is important is that I see a lot of small businesses, they're using their personal account, their own personal account for business. Somebody ordered 1 kilogram of beans flour from you, and then, send it to my account. They'll send it to my account. And then your daughter calls, Mommy, they told her to buy new costume from school. From the same account, you send money to the school.
So are they supposed to separate this account?
It has to be absolutely different. You are different from the business.
You are different
from the business.
Despite that you're the owner.
You are the owner. Yes, you're wearing so many caps, but the offices are different.
Ooh.
So when you're doing business, you should have a separate account. In fact, you could, when your business starts to grow, you should have multiple accounts for your businesses. One for paying your salary account. Basically, you keep the salary of your staff in one account in another bank, if possible, in the same bank if possible. Then another account for customers for inward remittances. So it's easy for clarity.
Okay.
It's important because a lot of businesses are actually eating their own profit for their lifestyle. Money is actually coming in. Business is profitable, but she's on the way to work. She sees somebody frying corn. Oh, I like this corn, madam. How much? You transfer from that account. Madam, give me 2,000
account.
Same business account. Oh, I like that Ankara. You buy. Oh, somebody calls you from home. Oh, uncle, send money. You send. So the problem is you are spending more than you can. Your capital. Thank you. At the end of the month, at the end of the year, you discover that you can't see anything in the account, but you see a lot of people paying you. So when you separate all of that, this is what you now do. After you've separated your salaries, your expenses, your bills, and everything, whatever profit that is left is now what you now decide. How much am I going to pay myself as a salary?
Oh, you pay yourself.
You pay yourself as a salary. You put yourself on a salary, and in some
Really?
yes. You pay yourself a
This is
salary.
interesting.
Exactly. You say, okay, for me as the CEO, as the owner, I want to pay myself 100K every month after paying my workers their own salary. And sometimes in the beginning phase, you don't even pay yourself a salary. Your salary will be 0,000. You are doing charity work so that you want the business to grow. So once the business becomes very comfortable and you're expanding, then you can now employ the services of an accountant. Someone who's trained in accounting, who can ask, okay, madam, we have the ledger system, this and that, and then you can even have a software. And this is the question for people who do retail, people who do a lot of high volume business. Go and get all these softwares, all these POS, point of sale. I'm not necessarily talking the blue devices. I'm talking a system, a cash register, where when money comes in, you scan it. You put your barcode on it to say, okay, so you have an automated system that tells you what is coming in. So you'll be able to do your taxes, your payments, and everything. So accounting is the heart of this. And the second advantage is, let's say you want to expand now, and you see that you're actually making good money, and you need more money, and you don't want to go to the bank. An investor will not invest in a business that he has not seen empirical data or facts to prove what you're saying. Okay, I'm making money, prove it to me. Last week we did 1 million. That's what you're saying with your mouth. Show me the paperwork. And when the guy sees that every day you're doing a volume of 10 million and your profit at the end of the month is 2 million, you say, ah, wow, this is a good business. In fact, banks will even come and knock on your door.
Oh,
I know a
nice.
lady in Kuba, I won't mention her name. She has more than 10 chicken shops around Nigeria, Abuja. Why? Because the bank saw that she's doing very well in business. I've seen on so many occasions they'll call her, madam, do you need any loan? I don't need.
I
Don't
don't
worry,
need
we'll give
loan.
you. Because they know that she's doing good volumes, and they will even give her good interest rates. So, but if you don't have records to prove what you're selling, what you're not selling, nobody will take you serious. Your name and your account, you're mixing it all together, and before you know, they say, "Oh God, we can't invest in you." So, accounting is something everybody must learn, and this is where we need to start learning. Also, don't say, "I want to be an entrepreneur," without investing in yourself. Invest in knowledge. Go and learn some of this. Thank God for AI. You can learn a lot of things on AI. You can go online, watch videos, basic videos to give an idea of how to run your business. And as important as accounting is, HR is also very important. If you hire the wrong people, they can ruin a multi-billion dollar business. Don't hire your family members. And of course, when you hire people who actually know their jobs, and in a place like Nigeria, you always have to be around to watch your business.
To monitor.
I see a lot of CEOs make this mistake. The moment they open the first shop, first business, they feel so good. Oh, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. They will have a nice office with all the nice decorations, and then they will let the business run. You should be there. You should be there to watch your staff, to monitor the operations. The troublesome ones, you can fish them out. The good ones, you retain them, you pay them, you give them training. So hire the right people, do proper accounting, and business will grow.
Let's talk about reality check now.
All right.
Now, someone has been saving to start up a business, and
Yes.
this is all the person's savings.
All right.
500K. The
Okay.
person started.
Okay.
And the person is meant to eat from there. And you're saying we shouldn't touch the business money? How is that possible?
Well, this is the mistake people make. I tell people that don't leave your job until you've proven the business you're going to do is profitable. Let's say for a civil servant, for example, who's able to save 500,000 naira, and you still work in media or in any sector, for example. Don't throw in the towel. No, I'm resigning. I'm free. I want to go and do
I'm
my
not the
business.
boss.
No. Don't do that. What you do is try to stress yourself more to be able to balance the two. Keep your income going while you test the waters in that. Once that business becomes more comfortable to be able to generate enough income to supersede, or in fact, I'll tell people double what you're already earning, then you can resign.
Okay.
Many people make that mistake. Oh, I'm going to resign. God has done it finally. I have 500K. I'm leaving my job paying me 100K per month. Before you know it, that 500K in business will disappear so fast. And before you know, you have to eat, and then you start borrowing money. So don't start a business. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I'm trying to say. And also, I want to tell people, try to diversify your business. In this country that we live in, one business is no longer enough. If you start a business, you're making good money, 50K, 100K every month, try to scale it up, and then start pivot into another sector so that you have multiple income coming in while you're still keeping your original job as in government or private sector. But of course, you cannot leave your duties there. You have to balance it. Maybe on weekends, you put all your energy. Monday, so Saturday and Sunday, you put all your effort in your personal business. You understand? And then once the income starts to come and is matching that one, then it's a sign that yes, it's time to throw in the towel. And if you're smart enough, you can actually balance all at the same time. It's possible. So don't have that illusion that the moment I save money, that money must give me profit by fire by force. In fact, most times some businesses don't even give you profit until the second year. Oh, some businesses are like that. It requires effort and grit, and also before you finally break through. So don't make that mistake.
Oh, let's talk about partnership now.
Okay.
You mentioned you said instead of going to the bank, you
Yes.
can actually allow people partner. How do you do that in a small scale business?
Well, on a small scale business, first you have to ensure that that partner you are bringing in has something to offer other than money. Because the mistake we make in Africa is, oh, I want to partner, I want to help you with your business, take money and go. But make sure in the next 6 months, send me my money plus interest. It's the wrong way to approach business. Let the person invest their money and their time
Money and time.
or expertise. Because if someone just gives you the money, if anything goes wrong, then that person is as same as a bank. It's giving you money expecting something. When that thing doesn't come, it will come for you, whether through the legal means or it will hold your shirt or blackmail you through family members and friends. So you don't want that. Let that person know we're going into this business together. If we win together. We fail together. And you need to be honest with them. You might lose this money, But the chances of losing is very little because I know what I'm doing and you're also coming with what you're bringing on board. And of course, partnership does not necessarily have to be about cash. I keep telling people this. Let's say you have a business, again, the bean flour business, and it's successful, and you need to scale from 2 million every year to like 10 million. And you know that there's a person who has the contacts to be able to allow your products get into more supermarkets or friends in the UK where your products will be sold in stores in the UK. Partner with that person and say, listen, our partnership is not about money. Yours is to give me access into all these people you know. In return, I give you 5% of whatever profit we make. So what is bringing on board is actually more than money. Because Africans need to understand that investment is not just about cash. Intelligence is also an investment. Ideas, opening doors, taking your product to places you cannot dream of in the next 20 years. This is also a form of investment. So don't think of it as raw cash or this and that. But of course, if they bring cash, let them also invest their time and resources into that partnership.
Let's talk about entrepreneurs trying to get a space before they start.
Okay.
We all know that getting a space is quite expensive. Are there other ways? Can they share space with people? What would be your suggestion on this?
And the honest truth is, this has been a major obstacle for a lot of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. In fact, I'm one of the few people in this country that has been fighting and negotiating with governments to help entrepreneurs, solve this problem. Imagine trying to start this bean flour business and I want to rent a shop in Gariki. There's no way I can afford 20 million per year, and they tell me to pay 2 years, 40 million just to rent the shop. How much am I going to buy the beans? How much am I going to peel it? You understand? So it's a major hurdle. But what I think people should do is try to start where you are. Don't look at opening a shop in Gariki first. Okay, where am I living currently? I'm living in my house in, let's say, Guarimpa. Okay, fine. In the space that I have, is there a way I can squeeze out enough space for me to start from there or even from the kitchen? Start from that little space. And thankfully now NAFDAC is allowing people to start businesses in their homes under their micro scale sector, which basically is they call it nano businesses where you have between 1 to 3 employees maximum. So that way they give you the opportunity to start small. So don't look at renting a shop in the most expensive area. I understand that some businesses require optics. People need to see, Africans love what they see, they believe. But for certain businesses, you can always start small. And of course, like I said, our advocates at Africa, we're trying to speak to government to open entrepreneurship centers across every state of the federation. There's a lot of abandoned buildings all across the federation, including Abuja, where you see just empty buildings and you see towers you think is all full. It's not full. There are empty spaces where they can now say, okay, you know what? We have this space we're not using. We'll give it to entrepreneurs at subsidized rates so that they can start their business up. And then before you know it, it will help a lot of businesses actually start. So I think it has to be from government and of course for us starting on a small scale.
Interesting. Our time is up. As we wrap up, what will be your message for those that are intending to start their personal business?
The first step is get a lot of knowledge. List the areas of your passion, the things you think you can do, and do massive research on it. Watch free videos online, talk to AI, learn a whole lot of things. And once you're confident enough that you have the skill, then move to the next step. Don't just say, oh, let me go and look for money first. No, don't look for money. Look for the ideas. Get knowledge about it. Once you understand it, then take the next step.
Thank you very much, Engineer Voyomi, for coming through this morning with this massive ideas. Thank you very much. This will help all entrepreneurs and intending ones.
Thank you so much.
All right, on that note, we want to take a breather. When we come back, the show continues.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
I've been contributing.
You're welcome to another wonderful episode of the #1 program for women by the women daily life.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school. and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
And for the women, we are, let us talk from our own part of the world. Okay? You are a woman, there is so much expectation.
Since on that very lovely and light note, I want to thank you for being with us today. And tune in same time, same station next week on your number one station, Channel 5 of Abuja. Today is Tuesday, the time is 7:30.
I welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike!
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for the God to cure and greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
All right, welcome back from that break. If you're just joining, it's Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5 Unity Station. It's a brand new week. It's Tuesday morning, and we are grateful to God. So let's go and dance a little. It is time for a musical break. When we come back, we'll be on your screen again. Stay with us.
I see the money coming. I see the money coming. I see the money coming.
Initiating rage process.
See my body shining. Time is money, don't delay me. I dey expect one big money on the show. I no go hear nothing. All my picking they see something. So anywhere the money they involve me, I dey carry my body like a lumelu. Show me what I cannot do. I see the money coming. 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 Miami, I get the car from Miami. I get one Latina kill it to me. She wanna carry grandbaby for yummy, yummy. And I see the money coming. I see the money coming in for me. So I take carry my body like a lumelu. Show me what I cannot do. I see the money coming. I see the money coming. I see the money coming. I see
Stop. Fresh, oh mama. I don't see your set, oh mama. Carry you for head, oh mama, mama. Fresh, oh mama. Balance it for leg, oh mama. Meaning it for skirt, oh mama, mama. Oh baby, no issue. Carry that go where you go. Swag along on the 100. Everywhere where you go. My baby must fresh, oh mama. I don't see your set, oh mama. Carry you for head, oh mama. Yeah. Swagaloma, hey, Swagaloma, yeah. She be you fine like that before. I don't feel like I'm in love. She got 10 over 10 by the way. I beg you step by the way. Link on me, swag me straight, so shit. Winner, no nomination. Hey, I get enough issue. Giving me plenty.
Thank you very much for that beautiful music. I hope you were dancing, you were shaking it off, and yes, it's so important. Now is my favorite segment, what the kids can do. Let's go and see the display of their creativity.
Olamposi just now, Guntayo.
And my name is Itamani Welcome
to What Can You Do?